You are now live. Hey, what's up, replay viewers? How's it going, guys? Real Mario. What's up, replay viewers? How's it going, guys? Thanks for jumping in. Thank you for those hearts. Thank you very much. 911. Heshley. Hola. Marlon. ¿Cómo estás? Emmett, how are you? Hey guys, come on in. You guys remember Michael, right? Everyone say, what's up, Michael? Thank you for those of you who are tapping hearts right now. We're just about to get started here in just a moment. Thanks for sharing, Heshley, appreciate it. Muy bien. Hey, Huei. Hey, bud, how you doing, Emmett? Good to see ya. Alexis, Rudimental, MJM, how's it going, bud? Matt, everyone's coming in. Hey, guys. Is today Thursday? All right, happy Thursday, everybody. So, guys, those of you who are coming in, thank you for coming in. First-time viewers, my name is Huei. We're in Los Angeles, California, in downtown LA right now. It is windy. Does it sound super windy from where you guys are? Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of wind. Sorry if it is distracting. I might switch over to... Hey, it's my cousin. Oh. Hi, Chingy. She teaches at WKU. She runs like a Jumpstart for Strings program there. So she runs it. Hey, guys. Thanks for jumping in. So, Michael, Matt, you remember. Awesome. Hi. So I hope you guys had a great day today. We're just gonna jump into it, and we just finished teaching for the day, and I'm gonna do my 5 for 5 and then head home. MJM, what's up? Just about to do my 5 for 5, bud. And hi, Sketchers 8413. And we're gonna do our 5 for 5, and then I gotta get home for dinner. So just wanted to get started. If you're a first-time viewer, thanks for joining. My name's Huei. I'm a musician here in Los Angeles, California. This is Michael. He's also a musician here in Los Angeles, California. And I'm going to do my 5 for 5. Today I'm going to be doing double stroke rolls. This handout. And for those of you who know, this is part of a 5-day challenge that I issued to a bunch of my friends on Periscope, where you practice for 5 minutes for 5 days in a row. And that's what we're doing here right now. So I'm logging my 4th day right now, and tomorrow will be my 5th day. And then this leads up to the Sunday lessons that I do on Periscope, which start at 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Pacific time. 10 minutes next week? Ah, Emmett, I like the way you think, bud. So these handouts are all available on my website, which is hueyuan.com/Periscope. And there's 5 of these PDFs which you can download. They're all for free. And today I'll be posting replays. Actually, I've already posted replays of the lessons 1 through 5. Yesterday, was it yesterday? Well, that's already happened in the last 2 days. I posted, hey, what's up, Allie? I posted the replay lessons for lessons 1 through 5, and I just posted up lesson 5. One thing that I'm really excited about is my thumbnail game is definitely getting better as I make these YouTube videos. So if you haven't had a chance to check out those videos on YouTube, go ahead and check this out. So, guys, if you haven't had a chance yet, make sure you say hello to each other before we start. And let everyone know where you're watching from, just so we get a sense of the geography that we're covering. Well, Alexis, we're about to find out. You're looking at me through the GoPro right now, and I'm going to do a quick camera check here. How's this sound? You got? Is there audio coming through here? Columbus, Ohio, Matt. Sometimes, oh sweet. Sometimes when I go back and forth between the phone and the GoPro, there's no audio on the phone. Awesome. So we got audio. Hello, Pam1434. Victor. Better, actually. Okay, maybe I'll try this one. And then when I switch to the GoPro, guys, super windy sounding would be my guess, because there's a lot of wind here right now. I'm sitting in like a wind tunnel area. More wind. How's the volume? Better or worse? Tunnel. Okay. Figured we'd set up the GoPro and give it a go. Give the GoPro a go and set this up. Chattanooga, Tennessee. More wind. Volume is okay. So this is the preferred camera angle. Is that right, guys? Am I reading this correctly? See the pad? Yep. All right. So we're gonna do it. Michael, do you want to tell everyone what you're cooking before you bail? Michael's cooking dinner tonight, so what are you making?
It's a loco moco. It's a Hawaiian style. like hamburger steak plus an egg on top with gravy.
Fun fact about Michael. Michael's from Hawaii, actually.
Yeah.
So, which island?
Oahu.
Oahu. All right.
City.
So, if you ever go to Oahu, you need a place to crash. You can look up Michael's family. I'm trying to figure out how we're gonna set up a summer vacation for the both of us, and we're gonna go hang in Hawaii. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay.
Music camp.
Music camp. Awesome. All right. Everyone, wish Michael luck on his Loco Moco. So, bye, Mike. Thanks. All right, yo. Okay, guys, let's do it. Those of you who are tapping hearts, thank you very much. Those of you who have swiped right, tapped share with your followers, share with Twitter. If you haven't followed yet, you can swipe right, tap my name, and follow, and join us fun. And a quick note, if you haven't started the hashtag Huei5for5, the cutoff date to start for the lesson giveaway was officially yesterday. But if you want to jump in the fun and just do 3 of the 5, or you can continue on to Monday or Tuesday, I mean, it's never too late to jump in, if nothing else, just for fun. So today I'm going to work on my double stroke rolls. Later tonight, I'm going to post the replays from my first 3 Huei-5for5s. So you can look for those. And without further ado, I should say this first also. These are the guys who have participated so far. Drummer Co. UK, Rhodes 96, Daniel Pardina, Keeps 53, Sharky Ruiz, Kicks, Alexis, I can't say that, Alexis. I don't know how you say your screen name. Alexis Leha, Jacob, Demi Zombie from Florida, and HTHS Drumline. I haven't had a chance to see any replays today because I literally just finished work and teaching for the day. Thank you those who are tapping hearts right now, but I will catch those replays on the way back. And without further ado, let's get some practice on. If you'd like to drum with me, you're more than welcome to. And one thing, if you haven't seen any of the replays I've said so far, you shouldn't expect to see me play perfect for 5 minutes. I'm not performing right now. You're getting a glimpse as to how I practice. So you're going to see me try to find things that I'm doing wrong, or things that, like dropping your sticks, things that you're doing wrong, that I'm going to try to do better. Let me see if I can set this camera just a little bit better. Emmett, don't tell me you've never dropped your sticks before. I need a cameraman. I need a D-Rock in my life. Okay. All the time. Alright. Metronome ready. Let me just play 8s a few times, guys. I haven't played today yet. Thank you for those hearts, Orange. I appreciate it. Okay, here we go. 8s and doubles. Nice. Appreciate it, Real Mario. Loving the colors. This is only the second time I've used the floppy pad, but the biggest advantage that I like about it, I'm enjoying it so far, is that this goes in, like, look how thin this thing is, guys. I just slide it in my backpack. Super convenient, especially on the go. Does the floppy pad slide around much of the polished granite? A little bit. As I'm playing, I notice that it starts sliding towards me just a little bit, but it's a negligible trade-off for not having to carry around a gigantic stand and, like, the extra weight. If you're on the go, you want to travel light. Let's combine the two now, so I'll do gallop, but I'll 4-2-1 it. Quick note is I'm working a couple different things right now, even though I'm working on double stroke rolls. Oh, good feedback. Thanks, MJM. What I'm working on is lesson 4 from yesterday when I was working my slice, and also timing. You can hear that this is a slower tempo, but I'm really trying my best to bury the metronome. At the tempo here, the tendency is probably to rush. 137. Okay, let's move this along here. You notice at this tempo, it's still slow enough to where I'm kind of doing full down, down, but it's going to start moving into all full strokes here in just a second. This is 200. Let's try 230. Thanks for the hearts. And 250 before we cycle back over. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Alright, so I'm bringing that back down, 125, let's go 140, but double time. Thank you. Come on. Yeah, probably can't do that. Single stroke roll. 220. Piano. Six. Nine. A little slow, one more time. You might need to drive a little bit more on that long roll because there's more notes, it just takes a little bit more energy. My hands hurt just watching. It's super relaxed. My hands feel great, man. Do you prefer to do this full? Do you prefer to do this full? You know, I prefer to do it at the dynamic of whatever music I'm playing. So you're using this to set up. What's up, Kyle? So someone asked I think in one of the grid book lessons, I think it was Andre, he asked, how do you keep your lows from getting higher as you're practicing? That comes from practicing eights, accent tap, like all the accent tap stuff. You want to practice it at 6 and 3 the same way you would practice at 9 and 3 or 12 or 6, right? You're practicing it all different. It's the same thing for this. We're practicing at 3 also. So you're practicing your control on the low end also, in addition to, most people just practice high and fast, but it's also important to practice low and controlled. Okay? All right. I think I've run way over 5 minutes here. I'm going to give myself 5 to 10 more minutes, but let's do some shups. Drummer Co UK, if you're watching this replay later, if you like the actually I should do a review of that at the very end, but this is a great one. Shups is one of my favorite WB exercises. MJM, to answer your question, Paul Rennick and Vanguard NT, that's the line that I see play this exercise the most, the gallop exercise. So, but I don't know who wrote it. That's a good question. I'd be curious to find the answer out to that. All right. We're short on time. Let's bump this up a little bit. Quentin Tarantino, I love your movies. Four, two, one. Thanks. Guys, and for the people who are going to try this tomorrow, as you're doing it, what's up, Will? As you're playing these 2 notes, make sure that you're getting 2 full strokes and that both strokes come back up to the starting height. That's what you're working on, okay? All right, 1 more, and then we'll go to the next one. All right. Tips for study forms. I feel like my arms move too much. Maybe find out when your arm starts to pump a lot, because when you're slow, you're probably able to do this, right? And as you get faster, you feel like your arm starts moving, right? So you've got to find out when that starts to happen and then work that area. So let's say you can do it at 120, you can do it at 130. Around 144, you start to see your arm move more. So that's when you work on 144. And try to make 144 feel like 136. And then once you can do that, make 152 feel like 144. Try that. All right. One-on-ones. You're welcome. Piano. Getting photobombed over here. $120. 6 inches. 9. 12. 2 and 2s. 6 inches. You'd probably be lurking if you were here live, right? 9. Drum off. One more. So what am I looking for as I do this? I want to make sure that I'm playing the check with the same kind of flow that I'm looking for in my roll. And I just want to make sure that the motion of my arms and hands don't change when I start rolling. A lot of times you see students who do this, it looks great, and then when they roll they go like this. So it's like, or, right? The goal is to keep the 2 the same, and you're basically tricking your hands into rolling. Like you're saying like, hey, you're playing check, surprise, you're rolling. You don't want your hands to change just because you're playing a roll. 4 and 4s. Thank you for the hearts. 6. Huei always got someone on his Periscope. Dude, that's something about me makes people want to. It's my social magnetism, I think. Thanks. Let's try this out. let's do 2 more. And then we'll probably need some 8s. One more, and we'll do 8s. One more. Yeah, 152, it starts to get a little, it's not perfect. You could probably use a little bit of work at 152 and start pushing some threshold. Okay, thank you very much, Romario. Let's do a... Drummer UK asked about this. Hey, what's up, Keeps? Thanks for jumping in, bud. We're coming up on the last few minutes here. I wanted to review a double beat exercise. I think Drummer Co. UK, you found it on Vic Firth. Feels good, don't it, Huei? Yeah, I got a little bit of the burn going on. We should play some 8s. Woo! So for Drummer Co. UK, was asking about, you know, the stock double beat that you see. Every drum line in the country play, and it goes like this. So let's turn this way down. Let's try, how about 100? So 16th notes at 100 B. It's a little fast one time. So the rhythm is 1 E, a 2, 1 E, a 2, and a E, and 4, and. You alternate. So we call that A, and then the second variation you could play, you could start with 1 and a. 1 and a, E and. 1 and a, E and. 1 and a, E and, 3 E, a 4 and. Thanks for the hearts. Appreciate it, guys. And then the second variation, which we call C, you could start with 1 and. So the rhythm would be 1 and 2 E, 3 and E and. 1 and 2 E, 1 and 2 E, 3 and E and. So let's put it together. We'll do each one twice. 2 A's, 2 B's, and 2 C's. 1, 2, here we go. B. C. Soft hands, timing. And 2 things I want to point out. The first thing is, notice that we're not feathering these 2 notes. Instead of, it's, get some sound out of the drum. You got to move some air through the drum to make those snares on the bottom resonate, right? The second thing you could do is you could fill it in with a, you can fill it in with a tap. So it looks like this. If it's a tap, make sure you really place that tap so it's not feathered. But place that tap, or you could do it all one height like a stick control. And that's where you start to see that isolated hand flow. Let's try from the top, A, B, C, filled in, one height stick control. 1, 2, here we go. I don't know if I've ever filled it in on B and C. B would be again? I love these Jackie Chan references. Big Chile. Alright. What are you gonna do? B would be that's a little messy. I need to work on that. But the basic would be this. Alright, let's speed this up. 120. Waiting for security to come over. What is that? Alright guys, I think that's it. Double stroke rolls. Yeah! Check out this view, guys. I'm gonna switch over to the GoPro, I'll give you guys a shot. I like that. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for joining me, guys. What time tomorrow? I don't know. Tomorrow's Friday. Not sure what tomorrow's gonna look like for sure. And here's kind of a open area. Can you believe all this is just like sitting empty right now. This is after business hours. It's the, I mean, like we're just hanging out. And basically I have this entire area to myself. To hang out. Just hanging with you guys in Drum. So I'm on my way out, guys. Gonna go home and spend some time with the fam. Any questions before I bail? Call it a night? On our way out. Thank you for the outgoing hearts, guys. Appreciate it. You know that we're wrapping up here, coming on the end. Quick announcements. If you haven't followed, make sure you follow. If you haven't shared, do me a favor and share. And the plug that I'm throwing out this week is I've uploaded a lot of YouTube content the last couple weeks. I'm making a go at YouTube. So a lot of the Periscope replays are on there. The interview with Devin's on there. Lesson number 5 I just uploaded. I'll be uploading my Huei 5-for-5s, the first 3, when I get home later tonight. And yeah, just trying to put some good content on YouTube for you guys if you guys are into it. More stuff with Devin. Yep. Tips to keep the rolls on the left strong. Left on the roll strong? Well, it's just like the right rolls, Alexis. You're practicing your double beat with your left hand, especially at the low end, and really firmly stroke those notes out so that when you relax, it's still really strong. Enjoy the interview with Devin? Awesome. So, if not this Sunday, then probably next Sunday we're looking at inviting Devin on for a guest lesson, and it'll be a good time. After we got off the scope, Devin and I hung out. We talked shop for another hour plus or so, and it's just fun getting to drum and hang with someone who knows that much about drumming, so it's a good time. And I would love for you guys to get to jumping on that too. So it's cool that you guys are interested in it. But as of today, when I left, I had 70 YouTube subscribers. My goal for the month, which I have like a week left of this month, is to hit 100. Awesome. And you know, the next step would be 500, and the next step would be 1,000. My secret desire, which I don't want to say out loud because I don't want to jinx it, but I'll share it with you guys, is I want to hit 10,000 subscribers, because in Los Angeles they have this YouTube Create space, and if you have 10,000 subscribers, you can go into their studio and use the YouTube Create space for free as a 10,000 subscribers. So just imagine, guys, if I hit 10,000 subscribers, I'll go into the studio, and then that'll allow me to film some super high quality content for you guys. And if you're interested, or if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more of it, then it could be anything from more drum videos, concert percussion, marimba, interviews, etc., etc., etc. 100K, you get a silver button. That'd be cool. Really, my next step is I would just love to get to up the production value for you guys, and just create some long-lasting content that will provide value, especially for our percussion community. So yeah, that's my secret desire that I'm working towards, and it starts here with you guys. So those of you who are still tapping hearts, I do appreciate it. I do appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. If you haven't jumped in on the Huei 5-for-5 and you want to do it just for fun, feel free to jump in and throw up some videos. I mentioned this in yesterday's scope, but this is inspiring, I think, not just for students to see. They see their teachers practicing, but for the teachers, you know, I get inspired when I see other people who are practicing these, and I've seen some really cool variations that people have been throwing in there as well. So it's a reminder that there's always stuff for us to remember and continue to learn. You know, one thing I strive to do is always continue to learn and get better and try new things. So, wow. Okay. Never know what you're gonna get in downtown Los Angeles. Muto CSC. Savage. Did we just pick one line to play? Just pick one of the lessons. So like, pick one of the lessons. So if you're like lesson 4, just do lesson 4, or lesson 5. Choose one of the lessons and then do your 5-for-5 over one of the lessons. The challenge is to see if you can focus on one thing. Check out my scope tonight. Oh, bud, when I get home and spend some time with the fam, and then get some work done, and just kind of create some more stuff for you guys that I can do. Cough is getting better, still not fully gone. That's okay. You know, like a lot of guys say, the phrase I like to remember is water off a duck's back. there's so much noise going on. Ricola! There's so much noise going on, you can't always stop and let it distract you. You just notice it and keep moving. Water off a duck's back. I know, Matt, thanks for that. I appreciate it. I'm trying it. Working on it. I'm literally drinking as much water as I can all the time, like all day. Just go, go, go. Just take some time. Real talk. I know what that means. Key, on point, key player. I learned that from Mark. He taught me. I'm learning emoji speak. Okay. Doing my double take. If you saw me and Devin scope, you know that we both do a little double take. Whenever you leave a zone, you want to look to make sure that you haven't forgotten anything. Originally, guys, let me show you this. Originally, I had the camera up in this tree. I was going to give you guys an aerial shot, but then with the wide scope of the GoPro, it looks like it's 2 stories away, so I'm not doing it. Date night. How do you do emojis? Because DKKL, wow, would have been sweet. Aerial cam. There should be an emoji button in the bottom left-hand corner in JM, just like your phone. Thank you guys for punching those hearts out. Do you know who DJ Khaled is, Huei? You know what? I keep seeing his stuff pop up. Is he with VaynerMedia? Like with Gary Vaynerchuk? Because I've been checking out a lot of his stuff. I don't know who he is. I haven't listened to any of his stuff, but I take it that he's pretty slamming. What do you guys think? What's the low cap? You know, he's famous on Snap. Producer. Got it. I see. I think he's with Gary Vaynerchuk. DJ Khaled. He's just famous for some funny reason. It's a little slamming, and he's a major. I got it. He was on, I think I saw a clip as I was scrolling through YouTube where maybe he was on Ellen recently. You know, Ellen's like the new Oprah. If you go on Ellen, then you're going to be uber famous. Uber famous. I guess you can't say that anymore because Uber is actually a thing. Yeah, he was on Ellen. Cool. What's his deal? Is he like super funny or he's just a great producer? Get on Ellen, Huei. He's a music producer, rap, R&B. Yes, he was on Ellen. Got it. What should my story be? Why would Ellen want me to be on the show? Other than the fact that I'm a super nice guy and making the world a better place and I got all these cool friends on Periscope, motivational speaker. Speaking of all the key players. You help people practice. I do. Would you popularize a new dance move? I don't know what dance move I would do for free. Oh man, you know, one thing I was thinking about was how many years I've spent just playing rudimental snare drum, you know, and it was all to kind of build up towards, I always thought it was to build up towards marching. The school you teach at, maybe? I didn't catch, was there a first part to that, MJM? I spent all these years working on rudimental percussion to march drum corps. And then I spent a bunch of years teaching high school, teaching kids how to play, and then eventually, you know, like, I remember when I was a member, drumline on Ellen. I remember when I was marching, I thought, man, if I could teach drum corps one day, it would be amazing. You were speaking Mandarin last night, but have Taiwanese family, I think. Yeah. Matt, so so my mom was born in Beijing. It's you know, okay, so you meet some people from Taiwan who are like, no, we're not Chinese, we're Taiwanese. And then, you know, you have some people who are maybe less purist or less emphatic about it, and you just say like, well, Taiwanese people are Chinese. It's all kind of the, you know, everyone's kind of from the same continent. So my mom was born in Beijing, and then her family moved to Taiwan when she was maybe 4 or 5. My dad is like originally from Taiwan, and so they met in Taiwan, and that's where my older brother was born. Then they moved to the States, and I was born in Houston, Texas, which is where I grew up. So, growing up in the household, my mom is actually from Taichung, which is like central Taiwan. Yeah, so growing up in the household, we spoke Mandarin. I want to march DCI, Huei. Yeah, you can do it, man. Just keep working. Did not know that. Cool, Taiwan, Chinese dynamic. How have you been? So far, so good. Just telling Matt about my cough. I'm almost over this cough. I'm feeling, yeah, I'm trying to will this cough to go away. Have you been to Taiwan? I have. And so this is actually pretty interesting. I didn't go to Taiwan for the first time until I was, I want to say 24 or so. Hi. Hey guys, Pan1434. You should follow. That's my mom. Mom, we're just talking about Taiwan. About how, so the first time I went, I was maybe like 24, 25. I spent several summers in a row teaching in Singapore. I have a good friend of mine, Brando, who lives in Singapore. Long story short, my older brother was working in Singapore at the time. I went out there and also emailed a bunch of teachers in the area, and I said, hey, I'm coming to Singapore. I'm going to be hanging out for a few weeks to visit my older brother, and I'd like to just come help out however I can. Let me work with your percussion section. I'll do it for free. So, yeah. So, my buddy Brando, who we're good friends now, he emailed me back and he said, hey, I've got 5 schools that I teach at. If you come, I'll congregate all the percussionists at one location for you, and you can teach master classes while you're here. I said, great. So I did that for 5 days and taught them the basics, beginners, all the way up. And then at the end of the first week, I said, hey, your kids are great. We should put a concert on next week. And he said, okay, let's do it. So we got some music together, taught them the music, we put a concert on Friday. Went great, kids had a good time. And then I did that for the next 4 summers. I flew back there and just started doing exchanges in Singapore. Anyway, the point is, the last year, we organized a trip where I also went to Taiwan. And the reason I mention this is when I went back to Taiwan, it was like going home. You know, like we always joke like, oh, you're going back to the motherland. But I remember the first time we got there, we got in late. It was like 9, 10 o'clock, and we went to some outdoor food market. We sat down, and people started, like coming by and asking us what we wanted to eat, and just something about, the mannerisms, the accent of Mandarin that they were speaking with, and just the vibe that they were getting off. It was completely like the vibe growing up at home when my grandparents were there, my uncles and my aunts, and it was just it was like, it makes perfect sense. A piece of Taiwan was transported to Houston, Texas, where I grew up, and then I went back to Taiwan from the source, and it just felt like home. And it was like a very like out-of-body experience in some ways. And then last spring break, or maybe it was 2 spring breaks ago, we went back to Taiwan. Jump something to fall in line, like you weren't an other, but you were in a big family. Yeah, I think that's a good description. And so I went back